why the Batman Beyond clone reveal was actually a good thing. It's now been 20 years since Batman Beyond first aired on television, and it's still as popular as ever. The show ran for 3 seasons, and in 2005, a controversial episode of Justice League Unlimited acted as an epilogue to the series, revealing that Terry McGinnis was actually technically Bruce Wayne's son/clone. This was a divisive decision, but in today's investigation, I'm gonna tell you why this reveal was actually awesome. First up, here's a little fun fact. It is now 2019, which is the exact year that Bruce Wayne quits being Batman in Batman Beyond. Y'all remember that scene where he almost uses a gun? Yeah, that was right now, and yes, I'm very sad.
Never again.
But Bruce's failure led to one of the best developments in the history of Batman, the creation of Terry McGinnis and the world of Batman Beyond. To this day, Batman Beyond is beloved by fans and has even inspired its own series of comic books, despite beginning as an animated series. Justice League Unlimited Season 2 finale not only acted as an epilogue to Batman Beyond, but the immensely popular Batman the Animated Series as well, which kicked off the entire DC animated universe in 1992. Even though there was an entire 3rd season of Justice League Unlimited after this episode, Epilogue sort of acts as the finale to the entire universe. In the episode, we see an older Terry McGinnis confronting Amanda Waller about his biological origins. Terry's anger and distrust of Bruce led Waller to tell him the story of Bruce and Ace of the Royal Flush Gang. Ace was a child who possessed incredibly dangerous psychic abilities that telekinetically warped reality. They knew Ace was close to having an aneurysm, the psychic fallout of which would kill everyone within miles of the event. Instead of killing Ace, Bruce sits with the young girl, comforting her as she died.
Could you stay with me? I'm scared.
His presence and kindness stopped Ace's abilities from causing massive destruction. It was a wonderful story and great way to cap off years of Batman in the DC animated universe.
That's the Bruce Wayne I came to know over the years.
Waller then reveals that she was in charge of Project Batman Beyond, which was trying to ensure that there would always be a Batman to help protect the world. They essentially injected Terry's father with Bruce's DNA, so that despite being raised by Warren McGinnis, Terry was biologically born of his mother's DNA and Bruce Wayne's DNA. She even meant to take it further to a much darker place, as they planned to actually kill Terry's parents in front of him, recreating Bruce's Batman origins. But Waller's assassin couldn't go through with it and allowed the McGinnises to live. This assassin also happened to be a fan favorite character, Andrea Beaumont, aka the Phantasm, from the classic and beloved film Batman Mask of the Phantasm. This wasn't the only iconic reference in Epilogue. They also threw in a little nod to the events of Return of the Joker.
That technology's been illegal for over 40 years.
Didn't stop the Joker from using it on Tim Drake.
Ooh, Terry, too soon. Ugh. So what issues do people have with this episode? Well, while most agree that the story of Bruce and Ace is amazing, many consider the Terry/Bruce familial reveal unnecessary, feeling that it takes away from Terry's story and abilities. Here's why I completely disagree with this sentiment. Ultimately, it wasn't Project Batman Beyond that led Terry to become the world's next Batman. Waller and the Phantasm abandoned the project when they couldn't kill the McGinnises, so Terry's upbringing was significantly different than Bruce's. What makes Terry so interesting is that despite being a biological clone of Bruce, he still made the decision to become Batman. Terry might see this as fate, but Amanda Waller said it best.
We choose our own fate, for good or ill.
You have to listen to Amanda Waller. She knows what's up. And in the end, we know that Terry isn't just some carbon copy of Bruce Wayne. Even though he fears living in isolation as Bruce has for most of his life, he chooses a different path. We learn that he plans to propose to his girlfriend Dana.
I just want to ask you something.
So ask.
No, not until I see you.
This is another nod to Mask of the Phantasm, where Bruce proposed to Andrea Beaumont. He was willing to live a normal life, but only by giving up his vigilante lifestyle.
I'm changing the plan.
He failed. Terry is his own person. He isn't Bruce Wayne 2.0. Despite his biological origins, he's Terry McGinnis. And alongside this revelation, we learn more about Bruce as well. Waller's story about Batman and Ace showed how much Bruce cared for others, cared for humanity. Bruce chose for his role as Batman to consume his life. He chose to isolate himself, not because he didn't care about people, but because he cared too much. While this sadly alienated those he cared about, it explains just how virtuous Batman's motivations are, and the lengths he was willing to go to maintain them. Terry learned from Bruce's mistakes. He can still be the protector the world needs without giving up those he cares about. And in the end, we learn that Bruce isn't really alone either.
You're a stubborn piece of work, you know that.
Just like my old man.
Even though there was an entire third season of Justice League Unlimited, Epilogue is the happy ending for the DCAU, for the story that began with Batman the Animated Series. It shows that Bruce's legacy will live on. To drive this point home, the final scene of the episode recreates the opening of Batman the Animated Series' very first episode on Leather Wings.
Oh, there it is.
There what is?
It looked like bat wings.
Did you see that?
It begins and ends with Batman. That's where we want to pass it off to you. How do you feel about the Terry/Bruce revelation? Do you think it improved or took away from Terry's story? Let us know below in the comments. I'm sure you're going to have opinions. And of course, do not forget to check out Rob Paulson's Talkin' Tunes, where he brings on the best voice talent in the biz to have a little fun. He's had both Will Friedle, aka Terry McGinnis, and Kevin Conroy, aka Bruce Wayne, in the studio to read fun scripts.
Join me, and I will complete your training. With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy.
New episodes of Talkin' Tunes drop every Friday on ProjectAlpha.com. Thanks so much for tuning in to another animation investigation. If you like this video, do not forget to comment, like, share it with your bat friends, and tune in every Thursday for more investigations. That's going to close another case. We'll catch you on the next animation investigation.